Tonight from Tampa, Florida, we have a crucial American Conference game for UConn. The Huskies, led by talented sophomore Daniel Hamilton, look to bolster their tournament resume. They take on young USF, led by sensational freshman guard Jamal McMurray. Right now on CBS Sports Network. Thursday night tip-off on CBS Sports Network is presented by Buick. Tampa, Florida is home to USF basketball. It's where one of the most exciting young teams in the American Conference plays. The USF Bulls tonight, they host UConn. Here are the latest American Conference standings. It's a log jam at the top. Any one of 6 teams can win the league regular season title. UConn is still in the mix for the top seed in the upcoming league tournament. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Tampa. So great to have you with us. Dave Ryan alongside Steve Wolf, former star and captain at Xavier. And let's start with the Buffalo Wild Wings eye tracker partner. Learn more about UConn, led by triple-double threat Daniel Hamilton.
Daniel Hamilton is great for Kevin Ollie. He has a great rebounder. They like it when he gets the rebound and goes straight down the court and then gets into the offensive area and uses his guard skills, gets in the paint, locates an open shooter, and then they're able to hit the three-point jump shot. Now, the biggest key for UConn is their defense. Amina Brima is a shot blocker at the rim. Really good defensive player that gets their break going. They have to keep him out of foul trouble, though, Dave.
Well, the good news for USF and head coach Orlando Antigua, they're playing their best ball of the year, just their second 2-game win streak after wins over East Carolina and here Saturday over Memphis, and the backcourt really has been sensational of late.
That's why they're winning. They have McMurray is a freshman, probably the player of the year, as the freshman player of the year in the American. He's always been a good scorer. They've never hit a secondary threat. And now Nehemiah Moreo is shooting the ball on fire. Last 3 games, 7 for 15 from the three-point line. Really lighting it up for Orlando Antigua.
When we come back to Tampa, it is game time. UConn needs to pile up wins here and now to impress the selection committee and gear up for the upcoming American Conference tournament.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by Buick, proud partner of the NCAA. By Progressive, making it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. And by Red Lobster.
That's David Carr to the Sun Dome on the USF campus. First and only regular season matchup between the Huskies and Bulls. Starting lineups tonight, keep a close eye as we talked about on UConn Super Soft. Daniel Hamilton, athletic combo guard, he can dish it, he can dunk it, he can drain it. Fun to watch, second in the American in assists and rebounds, leads the league in free throw percentage. USF at 6'11", senior center Jaleel Cousins, younger brother of Sacramento Kings star DeMarcus, one of the most improved players in the nation. He has doubled his points, rebounds, and minutes per game this year. Ready to go tonight from Tampa. Jeff Clark, Les Jones, Peter Uzanis, our on-court officiating crew. Amina Brima and Cousins.
Cousins didn't even jump.
And Jaleel just decided to sit that one out, I guess.
USF will go into, they'll be playing zone most of the night, a 2-3, they match up. Out of that 2-3, and Hamilton gets a walk right there.
Early travel call. UConn fans, certainly that Jalen Adams is back in the starting lineup. He's been out for the last 3 games. Disciplinary action after the emotions boiled over in that loss to Temple. Been a very up and down latter half of the year for UConn. Coming off a very tough loss Saturday by 5 at Fifth Third Bank Arena against Cincinnati. Every game critical now for these Huskies.
It's a 3-game schedule for them. They have to make hay. They have to win against teams that are below them in the conference.
Cousins the kick out to Murillo. Long range shot. What a start. Staying hot. Nehemiah Murillo, the senior from Santiago, the Dominican Republic.
8 for 16 from three-point land in the last 3 games, including that one, 50% from behind the arc. I did this team 3 weeks ago, and they were shooting in the low 20s, and now they're close to 30% from the 3.
Runner for Sean Miller. Transfer from Cornell, former Ivy League Rookie of the Year. Two-time all first team Ivy League performer.
Sean Miller's a guy that has to touch the ball every time down the court. He's so good in the half court. Very good passer, makes good decisions.
Ziegler outside the arc. UConn, man-to-man. McMurray the runner. A freshman from Topeka, Kansas, does not get the roll this time. 18-plus points a game for Jamal McMurray. Leads all scorers in conference games only. Only a freshman. He has been spectacular.
It's better every month. Production goes up every month. He's becoming more and more of a leader.
Miller at the high post. Kick out. Hamilton lost it initially. Regains, lobs. Amita Bryant up high for the stuff.
Hamilton is really good. We talked about him in the open about what a great passer he is. He's a leading rebounder and the leading assist man on this team. That time, Bryma got behind the defense, up behind the zone. Nice pass from Hamilton. Can't coach 7 foot with Bryma in there. He's big.
Reigning Defensive Player of the Year in the American Conference. Murillo has another. Stays red hot. 2 early threes for Nehemiah Murillo over the last 3 games, averaging 18 points a game. Had 19 Saturday in the win over Memphis. High post jumper, Sean Miller. No roll this time. Murillo loose change rebound. Here comes USF.
Nobody can tell me that shooting isn't mental, because Murillo was shooting the ball the same way, the same technique. But right now he's got that confidence going. Back-to-back threes for the senior.
7 straight games now. Murillo's had at least 1 3-pointer. 2 already. And all 6 full points tonight. Step back Murillo. This time way short.
That's not the shot, Dave, that you want. You got the other 2 shots out of the offense. That right there was a forced fadeaway. You got to stay within the offense.
Freshman Adams rolling the floor. Can't connect with Hamilton there. Illegal screen is the call.
When you're playing against a zone defense, you see back in the back, Jaleel Cousins has to know where the man is behind him. At that point in time, Bryma got behind the defense, and at 7 foot, you just got to throw it anywhere near the rim.
Head coach Kevin Ollie. Year 4. Win tonight means 20-plus wins in all 4 seasons, including, of course, the magical 2014 NCAA championship run. The school's 4th national title. He told us today after the team shoot around, got to be playing with energy, got to be playing with confidence. Purvis is short on a 3 try.
I think what happened, we talked about how Bryma was out for 11 games with a bad finger. They had to focus their defense on the perimeter and trying to stop the dribble drive. As you see McMurray going to the basket, getting called for the charge.
No basket, offensive foul on Jamal McMurray.
Well, Sean Miller is special. This is a guy that takes the most charges on this team. He gets underneath the basket, gets position, and didn't really defend. He was trying to help out. It's a smart teammate getting over there and taking that charge. But talking about Bryma, I think the energy they don't have right now is because the perimeter defense isn't as active, because they have Bryma in the background ready to swat the ball at the rim.
We could argue that Sean Miller, partner, is the player of the year for UConn in terms of their team MVPs. Not at all. 1-year transfer from Cornell, as we talked about, leads UConn in scoring 13-plus points a game. Good leader as well.
You know, he really is. He leads from the inside out. 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Adams pulls up. Back iron miss this time. Nunez off the USF bench has his first rebound. 3rd school for Nunez. Guerrero can't connect. Cousins in pursuit, couldn't find it, and Purvis is fouled by Angel Nunez in transition defense. A break early for the Sun Dome on the USF campus in Tampa. UConn needs this one against Orlando Antigua and the Bulls. 4 league wins already this year for USF. That's the most since 2011-2012 when they made the NCAA tournament that year. Maybe get another league win tonight. Steve, let's find out with our progressive keys to success.
Kevin Ollie told us today we have to get the ball under the basket on the defensive end and get it out and run. And we have to get points in the paint. They have 4 so far. That's good. USF, they have to take care of the basketball. They didn't do it with Murillo on that 1 fadeaway shot, but they also have to make sure Bryma doesn't take advantage of them down low. They got to really defend the rim and in the paint.
Prior 3 years at USF, a total of 9 league wins. 2nd year, Orlando Antigua here in Tampa. First head coaching job, played at Pitt. Longtime John Calipari assistant at Memphis and Kentucky. And last weekend over Memphis came on Orlando's 43rd birthday. Happy birthday to him. Purvis fouled before the break, has a free throw.
And Coach Antigua, you can see why he's getting good players. I mean, they like him. He's a player's coach. He knows how to get these guys going. Has great relationships with them.
Purvis, NC State transfer. Team's second leading scorer. Has his first two of the night. Steal by Miller. Sterling Gibbs, third and final stop for him. Texas, Seton Hall, and now UConn.
Very quiet kid, and really I think Kevin Ollie would love him to take over the leadership role, but he's not a vocal guy.
Good hands by Ziegler. 10 to shoot here for Rodney Purvis, former McDonald's All-American. Gibbs, that's a long three up top. Front iron miss, and Perry off the USF bench has his first rebound.
Really good defense in that 2-3, letting them get the ball inside. That's exactly what USF wants. Keep UConn perimeter.
Stop and go for Ziegler. Took an extra step.
It's more of a stop and go-go. Nice move in the lane by Ziegler. I like that he's attacking the rim, but another turnover now. That's 3 for USF. We talk about UConn trying to get the ball in the lane. When Brima's in the game, you can throw over top. When Inaka's in the game, you're going to have to get him the bounce pass, let him post up, and the old-fashioned post-up play.
Kenton Facey is out. Stephen Enoch, freshman from Norwalk, Connecticut, state high school player of the year last season, is in for UConn for the first time here. Purvis handles to Gibbs.
Ball has not gone inside the three-point line. And there you go. You got to shrink that defense.
Enoch up top, drives toward the basket, gets a nice roll.
Good ball moving around the perimeter and then looking inside. Enoch's big and strong. Not a real offensive threat, but that one went.
6'11", 245. Freshman already has surpassed his per-game average of 1.7 in his first bucket of the night. McMurray, quiet so far, has been absolutely sizzling hot for these Bulls. Handles here, fake a three. Purvis, the run out, and a miss McMurray. Miller, defensive glass for UConn. Here come the Huskies. Which UConn team we're going to see tonight?
They can shoot the three ball. They're second in the American as far as shooting the three, but you really want to start inside out, especially against a team that plays good interior defense like USF.
Calhoun pulls up. Over Murillo. Can't connect. Enoch, strong rebound. Put back, a little short for the freshman. Guerrero has the rebound, native of Spain.
Guerrero had 7 blocks against Memphis. He's starting to come on strong, really rebound the ball, being a lot stronger under the basket.
11 rebounds and go along with those 7 rejections. Perry back in the USF lineup had a 6-game suspension for violating team rules. Murillo, too strong. And Miller, another rebound, piling up the boards is Sean Miller early tonight against the Bulls. Gibbs on the move, lost the handle. And Nunez finds it in front of the Bull bench. McMurray pulls up, 3-ball for the freshman. Not there, and a foul down low on Calhoun battling Perry.
And UConn in the zone, moves the ball around and then gets the ball inside the paint. Deep enough that Guerrero's not able to defend Enoch. Enoch takes it up strong. That's what you have to do to shrink that defense so that the outside jump shooters are able to get a clean look at the basket. And Murray's held by another freshman, Jalen Adams. 2 freshmen fighting for position. And as Coach Ollie said to us today, we asked, who's going to guard McMurray? And he says, everybody's going to guard McMurray. I think that was telling about what the coach felt about the opposing freshman, Jamal McMurray.
5th in the conference in scoring. Nunez pulls up. 15-footer, not there. Hamilton has the rebound. Bulls about 5 minutes. They've been scoreless now. Adams the run out, but he can't finish. Cousins a hand on it. Perry, fast break, tripped by Kenton Facey. And a foul against UConn.
That's exactly what UConn wants to do. They want to get Hamilton getting the ball out in fast break. You'll see right here, Perry, 250 pounds, going right over the front of his feet. That was a trip. And Perry's helped this team since he's come back. Dave, I think that he is refreshed. He's sitting out for 6 games, that suspension, but they need his offense, but they also need his rebounding.
McMurray's missed his first 4 field goal attempts. Hamilton lost it. Murillo with a strip. And the run out. Nehemiah Murillo, but he can't connect. In between the dunk and layup. Comes up empty for USF. That hurts.
Murillo came out of the game ready to go. Hit his first 2 threes. And since then, he has been over. He's missed his last 3 shots.
Good feed down low. And Enoch knocks it through. 2 field goals, Stephen Enoch. High school All-American. Bulls have missed their last 8 field goal attempts.
What Enoch does for this team, the UConn team, gives them a little bit of help. That gets Brima's able to be on the bench and not pick up a foul.
Rush shot up out there by Perry. 9 straight misses now for the Bulls. And UConn surging in our first half. Here's the freshman Adams feeding down low again. Kenton Facey this time receiving in, and the hammer. Back-to-back assists, beautiful feeds by Jalen Adams, the preseason American Conference Rookie of the Year.
Murillo has been shooting a 3, but bonk, denied by the rim. And now the inside game for UConn. Really getting it going. Easy 2 under the basket.
UConn starting tonight, CBSSports.com with a 40 RPI. Every game is important. College hockey comes your way Friday night. Hit the ice, top 20 action. The Bulldogs in Minnesota Duluth travel to take on number 3 ranked St. Cloud State tomorrow at 9 Eastern right here on CBS Sports Network.
Well, Rhino, I think the biggest problem right now for, you look at USF, you'll see this area is right here is open next to Sean Miller. I'll tell you, you got to get back in the paint. And you see Perry is too far out and not defending the paint. The reason why you play zone is you want to see if they can beat you from the outside. Okay? So you pack it in. That's the 3rd or 4th time that UConn has gotten behind the defense. 10 of their first 12 points are from the paint.
Great start. Jalen Adams, a couple of early assists. Top 25 national recruit last year. Rooster Academy, their post-grad season, and led that Rooster team to a 34-1 record. Gonna be his team probably next year. As a sophomore, does he have the leadership? That's the question Kevin Alley had with us today. Perry has fouled down low.
I think you have, this is a time when you take over. We talked to Mick Cronin, we've talked to other coaches, they say, you need one player. You know, who's going to be that Shaz Napier? Who's going to be that guy that Shabazz came in and took over this team? You know, who's going to be the team leader to bring us down the stretch to get us to win that American?
Home stretch there for Perry, missed the first free throw. Shabazz Napier and Jalen Adams from the same hometown, Roxbury, Massachusetts, outside Boston. 2 fouls on Facey, hits the UConn bench for now. And Perry, a heart ailment detected before the January game a year ago up in Stores against UConn. Missed the last 13 games of last season. Got a second opinion. There's the free throw there from a doctor in Boston when USF was up at the American Conference tourney in Hartford last year and was given the go-ahead to play. So Chris Perry's been through a lot. The heart ailment, okay to go. 6-game suspension this year and back. 3-second call against UConn.
I've seen a 3-second call in the last 35 games that I've done, but right now Miller is in the lane trying to get the ball in there. And this USF team has got to start getting the ball inside against UConn. Nobody on the team has scored except Murillo. He's got 2 3-point jump shots. The rest of the team is 0 for 7.
Almost 7 minutes now. Bulls have been scoreless. In a slump.
Jalen Adams is really shadowing McMurray. He's got to get out after he gets on the weak side.
4 to shoot. Freshman lost it. Fellow Frosh Adams feeds Hamilton. Baseline, he collects but can't finish. Calhoun, kick out for Hamilton, and UConn resets in the half court.
Jalen Adams is quick. He just picked the pocket of Jamal Murray. Murray was looking at the shot clock and lost track of where the ball was.
Back in the starting lineup and playing well, Jalen Adams tonight. Hamilton for Calhoun on the baseline. Can't hit. Goes Ziegler. Defensive glass, USF. Can the Bulls get going here? Had a great start. 2 threes hit by Murillo and nothing since.
Cousins has not touched the ball. I mean, you got to want it, but you got to get in the ball, and that's probably not where you want it to get it. You want to get into it down in the green area so he's able to be strong to the basket.
Younger brother DeMarcus Cousins, who's having an all-star year with Sacramento in the NBA, has 8 double-doubles, so he's dangerous. So is McMurray, and the first 3 of the night for the freshman from Topeka, Kansas, Jamal McMurray.
What did Kevin Ollie say? He's going to throw up some shots, guys. Don't get discouraged. And that's a tough, in-your-face shot by McMurray.
American Conference Rookie of the Week. 2 wins for USF. Calhoun at the high post is bumped and a foul called on USF. It's Ziegler.
You got to pay attention. You look at the shot clock. McMurray looks up. And boy, I'll tell you, comes down. Good pass now. McMurray on the other end. Yeah, short memory. But he's got a quick release. He's very hard to guard. He's got unorthodox shots in the lane.
A nice chat today after the USF shoot around with Jamal. Just a few schools after his PG year at a Christian academy in Topeka were interested. East Tennessee State, some Missouri Valley schools, Wichita State, some light interest, but we love the fit with Orlando Antigua and USF, and what a star he's become. Here's Hamilton, too strong on a 3 try. Ziegler has the rebound.
That's still not the shot you want if you're UConn. You're scoring well in the paint. Yeah, you talk about McMurray. He plays almost 36 minutes a game, so he's not coming out of the game. He looks comfortable. He really has good rapport with Nunez and with Murillo and the other guys on the court.
Top of the key. 3-pointer this time is short front iron. Hamilton, the triple-double threat, has one this year for UConn. The first in many years since Shabazz Napier did it.
I didn't realize.
Central Connecticut State.
I didn't realize that there's 11 triple-doubles, and only Napier's the only guy that has 2.
Isn't that something? In Husky history, of all guys. Here's Miller. Hits. 2-pointer for Sean Miller.
I got to agree with you. Johnny on the spot. Sean Miller, open, nice, fluid jump shot. He really does not take bad shots, makes good decisions.
Had 6 points against Cincinnati on the road Saturday. Foul trouble for Sean Miller. That broke a streak of 21 straight games for Miller, scoring in double figures. Murillo, 10 to shoot outside the arc. Cousins way beyond his range. Here's Ziegler up top. 2-pointer waist shot.
I sometimes wonder if those 2 3-pointers by Murillo started the game on the wrong note, because now everybody's taking that outside jump shot and they're settling. USF has to start getting the ball inside.
Bulls are 3 of 15 shooting here, Steve, in the first half. Ice cold right now. Miller from the high post. Can't connect. Back iron miss. McMurray the rebound. And the freshman is on the move. Hesitation. Jamal McMurray the take. Foul. Shoots free throws when we return. Sean Miller, second in the American Conference in field goal percentage, for good reason. Hits here, UConn, a nice start. Thursday tip-off on CBS Sports Network is presented by Buick. 14-9 game, just 3 threes hit so far for USF. Coming up, Houston, UConn, CBS Sports Network. That's Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Steve and I will be in Dallas getting ready for Tulane head-to-head with SMU right after that game. Let's check our tournament resume and see the team's hungry for a bid. Presented by Golden Corral. Jerry Palm at CBSSports.com. Steve thinks UConn is in a 9 seed. Your thoughts are?
I think they're in too, but you know, I think it's so important to make sure that you go out with a sense of urgency. If you're UConn, you're coming off a tough loss at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's first 4 out. All right, tough game on the road, but this is a game you have to win. Anybody underneath you in the rankings right now in your conference, you have to win, and you have to win all your games at home. So it's really a 3-game season for UConn.
LeBron to the free throw line was fouled by Hamilton before the break. And the freshman has his 4th point of the night and a career best of 30 against Houston January 23rd. He told us After the shoot around today, he thought maybe I could average 10 and 5. I said 5 assists or 5 rebounds, and he told us, well, both 10, 5, 5, but the number's even better than that, 18+ points a game in league play.
Kevin Ollie likes him a lot and said everybody wants to talk about his offense. I mean, he's a great passer, and he makes good decisions. And as a freshman right now, you mature at this time of year, you're almost a sophomore.
Gibbs connects from long range. First 3 of the game for Sterling Gibbs.
UConn has to make a run in this conference tournament. Gibbs has to get going. He's a three-point shooter. He needs to be more consistent from deep.
Team best 56 three-pointer. Guerrero left alone up top. Extensive experience with the Spanish national team. World Championships, junior level for Ruben Guerrero. 5 to shoot. Here's McMurray. Not this time. Weak side offensive rebound for Miller.
Great defense on that. Bryma going out and trapping on the wing. A bad pass by Hamilton.
Ziegler read it. McMurray floats. Back iron miss this time for the freshman. He's everywhere.
If you're Hamilton, you got to make your error on throwing it higher, not lower. And Bryma is 7 foot and has a wingspan like on the Fred Flintstone show, you know, one of those big Brachiosaurus or whatever they are. I mean, he's got long arms. Get it up to him.
That one up.
Throw it up to him. Throw it up in the air.
5 to shoot. Hamilton lobbing. This time it works. Amita Bryma down low for the easy hammer.
Right now, UConn is getting everything they want in the paint. Really helped the last possession when Gibbs hit that three-point jump shot, because now you have to extend out on him. The table's set for UConn to get a lot of points in the paint.
Bulls are ice cold. A 2-for-3 start, a couple threes for Iamais Murillo. Since then, they are 1 of 14 from the field. Nunez gets physical, separates, and an air ball. A little bit of a net there for the free throw line. Here come the Huskies. Kicked by Bo Ziegler.
If you're going to throw the ball to Bryma, you want to make sure you throw it over his head. Right now, once again, Nunez gets caught. Looking, you have to always know. Ruben Guerrero's back there. He's got to know who's behind him. You can't play defense unless you got the skill to look out the back of your head. You can't see who's back there.
Miller is out for UConn. Murillo has returned for the Bulls. Jake Bodway, sophomore walk-on from Bloomington, Minnesota, the Twin Cities. Playing here for the Bulls. Adams bouncing down low with a feed to Bryma, who's got another two-handed tomahawk stuff. Jalen Adams has been sensational with the dimes today. Sees the court beautifully. His 3rd assist.
Well, watch right here. Here's Guerrero here. He's got to be down here. You don't have to worry about Hamilton at the top. Look at, there's nobody now. Once Perry is looking out to the wing, nobody finds Bryma. That's where Guerrero needs to be. He's got to be down in the paint. You can't guard from in front of the guy. I mean, it's back in the day they used to say, "Ball you man." Keep your man between your, the ball and the basket. 14 points in the paint, and it's like deja vu all over again. And you got to have to play better defense. When you're playing the zone, the idea of the zone is to try to make them hit three-point jump shots, make them hit the shots outside, keep the ball out of the middle, keep the ball out of the paint. Right now it's doing the opposite. UConn 7 assists so far.
And USF has only made 3 field goals in the game. They're just shooting 3 of 18, 16.7% for the game here tonight. 7-0 Husky run, 2+ minutes. They've made 3 of their last 3, and it's high percentage when Amita Bryma at 7 foot is going up for the point-blank stuff uncontested.
Yeah, I think it's so important. Maria's going to the locker room, but it's very important for USF to try to get the ball inside. Cousins, Guerrero, and Perry are not touching the ball enough. The perimeter guys are taking jump shots at the end of the shot clock.
Bodway's bumped by Purvis. Bodway only played 3 minutes Saturday to win over Memphis. 16 fouls first half for UConn here.
And that would help USF. They get in the foul in the bonus. I think if USF can start shooting some free throws, it would help them get in that offensive rhythm a little bit. But Perry has got Brima on his back. Brima is very prone to the foul. You have to go at him.
The Bulls have not made a 2-point field goal in this game yet. 3 threes, couple free throws. That's been it. Hamilton read the passing lane nicely in front of Guerrero. 10 to shoot here for the Bulls. Guerrero's apparently just fine. Broadway out. And Nehemias returns for USF. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for Murillo Saturday that win over Memphis. Second straight victory for the Bulls. Their second 2-game win streak of the year. Haven't had a 3-game win streak in a long time. McMurray floats. It's an air ball. Picked up by Perry. Can't clean up though because Amita Brima changes the shot.
Shot block.
He's done so often at UConn.
He's on the 4th all-time leading blocker at UConn. Still has another year and a couple games left.
Might be tough to catch Emeka Ekafor on that list. And Hashim Thabit. But great career certainly for Brima. In the corner, it's Purvis. A 3 rattles out. Brima, piece of it with Guerrero. USF will have it when we return.
Talk about an eraser. He's going to wiggle that finger. Get that out of here, big guy.
Time now to see the game differently. Brought to you by Red Lobster. Back March 29th of 1999, UConn faced Duke in the national championship game. Tropicana Field in nearby St. Pete. Huskies led by guards Rip Hamilton, who scored 27 points. Point guard Khalid El Amin scored 12, dished out 4 assists, and the Huskies won their first national title, first of 4. 99-04, 2011 honor Jim Calhoun, the Hall of Fame legend, and of course 2014, the incredible miracle run for Kevin Ollie. Ricky Moore, assistant coach, big part of the UConn success story.
Right next to another UConn player, Carl Hobbs. Carl Hobbs coached for Coach Calhoun, then went on to GW. I actually did his first game when they played in the UK Classic, Rupp Arena. We were talking about that today. So it's nice to have a number of point guards on your bench.
All right, the Bulls here, Steve, are frozen. 0 for the last 7, make it 0 for 8. Guerrero battling with Hamilton, loses the strap down low. 1 for the last 18, and Purvis, the easy lay-in, almost a dunk. Kind of dropped it in, right? And 4 points for Purvis.
I like the fact the USF went straight to the basket. They have to start being aggressive to the rim. And that means passing and making some chance plays on the inside. You can't just stay perimeter. Oh, right now.
Steal for Hamilton. The run out. Daniel Hamilton up and away.
UConn is just abusing USF on the perimeter. 2 straight steals. The last 3 possessions have been empty for USF, not even, touching the rim.
3rd best team nationally in field goal defense. There's Nunez, can't connect. Another miss. Guerrero's tip try off the mark. 2 more misses for the Bulls. 37.7%. That's all UConn allows its opponents to shoot from the field. It is suffocating. Gibbs, other end, up top, drains a 3.
Kevin Ollie couldn't have printed this out better because he wants to take the fight out of USF. They're on a 2-game win streak. They're playing well. And this team, the Huskies, have come out with intensity that he wanted.
14-0 Husky run. USF 2 for its last 22. They missed their last 10 straight. Make it 11. And Purvis the weak side rebound.
The other thing is they're not getting any rebounding. Short, long shots, whatever they are, it's one and done. UConn is dominating the defensive glass.
Gibbs drives the paint, floats. Back iron this time. Guerrero long rebound. Almost travels. He and Nunez collide. Murillo pulls up from 15. Another misfire for USF. 5.5 minutes and counting, and they have been shut out. And their shooting is 3 for 25 in this first half, about 12%.
Domination. Defense is always going to lead the offense for UConn. Back-to-back steals, 4-0 run. USF is having troubles even hitting the ball, getting the ball in the offensive area. They're getting it taken away from them.
Coming up on AT&T at the half, we'll send it to New York. Dana Jacobson, Seth Davis, Pete Gill, the coach. Doug Gottlieb gets you caught up on all the scores and highlights from college basketball. Also have first half stats and highlights from our game. It's all coming up on AT&T at the half. RPI now for the American. Entering play tonight, Steve. SMU at 14. We know they can't compete in either the big tourney in Orlando or the Big Dance. Tulsa 34. Are they in?
Definitely in. Definitely in my book. They're
UConn 40.
If you go by what they're saying, top 50 wins, the way you're playing at the end of the year, you know, your record, all that stuff. Tulsa's in. You know, I think UConn is in. I think Cincinnati's on. You know, going to be in. You got to finish out strong.
Temple at 57. Cincy at 59. Houston has come on of late for Kelvin Sampson. They're 88 RPI. They're way out right now, but they could make some noise in a league tournament about an hour away in Orlando coming up next month. That's very possible. Miller's way short, baseline jumper for UConn. It's wide open, Steve, is the bottom line. It's going to be fun to watch the league tournament at the Amway Center.
It's going to be hard to really figure out who's going to come out of that, but you're going to talk about a sense of urgency in that tournament because nobody feels comfortable that they're in.
That's right. That's the key. This late in the year, no one's comfortable yet. February 25th, amazing. Perry in some trouble. Skips to McMurray, has been pretty quiet. Floats and hits this time, finally. Another field goal for the Bulls and 7 of the 13 scored by USF from Jamal McMurray.
But what happened there, they got the ball inside to Perry. The defense shrunk down. They were able to skip it around. Good ball movement, getting McMurray an easy one to the basket. That's exactly what you have to do.
Bulls have been 1 for their last 22. Finally hitting a shot. In the final moments of the half here. Shot clock turned off. Adams had it knocked away by Murillo. 2.2 left. In our opening half tonight from Tampa.
If you're USF, you want to make sure that, well, they're going to go man-to-man. No zone on this play. Make sure they don't get something inside.
Miller launches it short, and that's it for the opening 20 tonight for the Sun Dome on the USF campus in Tampa. Cousins shake up a bit. Collided there with Sean Miller. End of the first half is all UConn, leading USF in the American Conference 28-13. You're watching Thursday Tip-Off on CBS Sports Network, presented by Buick.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. And by LG. Do game day right with LG, official partner of the NCAA.
From Tampa, USF, 13 points in the first half. Lowest in a half for the Bulls since they scored 12 against St. Louis in 2005. You heard that right. 2005. Welcome back to the Sun Dome, USF campus in Tampa. Dave Ryan, Steve Wolf, former star at Xavier. Suffocating defense for the Huskies. Third best field goal defense in the nation, 37% coming in. And only 2 different Bulls scored in the first half. Jalen Adams, great first half dish.
Well, 7 Huskies scored, and they did it on multiple ways. Dunks, and then more dunks, transition dunks. But USF is struggling, and you'll see they're not getting the ball inside. This area right here is open. You have to find a way to get in there. Now you see Perry, he's going to get the ball inside, and he's going to have it, and there's going to be 3 guys coming over and helping him out. On the right side of the screen, McMurray's over there. They got to get in the ball some way to get him in the gap. And you'll see right here, defender Adams comes rushing out. McMurray's able to get it into the post and get their only 2 points in the paint.
First half numbers, not good if you're a Bull fan. Great for UConn, 18 2 points in the paint, a key number.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I think that's what you want if you're the Huskies. If you're USF, you're down 15, you can just look at those things, bench points and points in the paint, and try to do something about it in the second half. Murillo and McMurphy, the only guys that scored. The big guys have got to touch the ball, Rhino. I know you're not a big guy, but if you were, you'd want to touch the ball here in the second half.
Great example of the amazing defense that Kevin Olney's Huskies have played this year against Orlando. Antigua, second-year head coach at USF. All those years he coached for John Calipari. They text and talk several times a week. Coach Cal trying to keep Orlando's spirits up through a struggle in year 2. I'd say it's a better USF season. A lot of injuries, transfers. Future looks pretty bright. Tonight, though, trouble. Adams on the move, fouled before he got to the basket by McMurray.
Last time USF got the ball inside, Perry's not able to hold it. I mean, you know, it's a team game. It's got to be passing in there, but you got to catch the ball and do something with it when you get on the low block.
Miller up high for the stop. Sean Miller. The inbounds play clicks for UConn. How about that elevation?
Some points in the paint just look better than others.
Husky bench is having some fun over there. Guys are high-fiving and hugging right now. They're celebrating up 17.
I know that Coach Ali was a little concerned coming in here. He's worried about how good this USF team is playing, especially this guy right here.
What's this?
He touched the ball.
Cousins with a touch and a take. The and one, his first bucket of the night.
You know, watch this. You got to know where the ball is. Too many times getting beat in the paint, and now Cousins is taking it right to Bryman. That's the first time Bryman's had to defend somebody that was a post player.
Cousins 6'11", 255. Lost about 50 pounds in the offseason and has doubled his numbers. Minutes per game, points, rebounds. He's become a force in the American Conference this year.
Great article in the paper today.
Look out below! Miller again! Up and away! And the hammer. Hamilton had 5 assists in the first half. He's got 7 now for the game, 7 rebounds for Daniel Hamilton. We told you about the triple-double he had earlier this season against Central Connecticut State. What a feed that was. McMurray pulls up. Way short on a 3. Adams long rebound.
So you're not getting into your offense. You're staying behind the three-point line, and then you're giving Hamilton and crew a chance to get it out quick from that long rebound.
Adams, touch pass, then goes behind the back, got sloppy in front of Kevin Ollie. He's going to come out of the game for that one, though. Murillo tied up by Miller, and possession goes the other way. How about the recovery and hustle for Sean Miller? That was a great play.
Well, you see the alley-oop, nobody there, nobody playing back. You saw Bryman on the right side that's setting the pick on Ziegler.
2 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists for Hamilton. That's his stat line right now.
Yeah, and he's got another half to go. I mean,
he's spectacular.
Got to get a couple points up there to get that triple-double.
There's possibly another assist. Miller, though, takes the dribble and is fouled on the attempt. He'll shoot a couple free throws.
Well, Hamilton is really good in the air. He's 6'7". Watch him look. He's looking at the top of the key. He's looking over there and trying to see Purvis and throws the ball into Miller. That's just a really good play for a 6'7" wingman.
2 fouls on Jaleel Cousins and Miller, who's made his last 16 free throws in the game tonight. Head to the line here for the Huskies. 9 points and 6 rebounds for Coach Kevin Ollie, the one-year player, transfer from Cornell. Sat out his junior year with a shoulder injury and surgery. That was back in 2013-14. He's had a fantastic season in Stores and keep the streak going.
Now, UConn is not backing off at all. Full court pressure. This 20-point lead, 18-point lead is not enough for them, especially the way these young guys from USF can get hot, but they are struggling from the field. Wow.
Murillo just can't get the roll. That bounced a couple times. Heads up. Gibbs hits another for UConn. Sterling Gibbs loose from the wing, buries his 3rd triple of the game. He now has 58 on the season. That leads the Huskies.
Early in the game, I said that shooting really was a mental thing because Murillo is shooting so well, and you're going to see a flush right here.
Purvis, the steal and the slam for UConn.
Got to get a timeout if you're USF. They're having a lot of issues right now on the offensive end, but Murillo, I mean, he has lost his confidence from the first couple minutes in the game. Right there, it's a turnover after a missed shot. It's amazing how much better you play when your shots are going. He had a pop in his step in the beginning, and right now he's coming out of the game. Back-to-back errors for Murillo, and he's a guy that has to be that secondary scorer behind McMurphy.
Nunez off the bench. Feed from McMurray. Another steal. Active hands for UConn defensively. Look out! It's Amina Brima running the floor beautifully for a 7-foot setter. And Purvis finds him for the alley-oop stuff. Wow.
Everyone has a personal connection.
These Huskies are hot tonight. And the Snowbirds and those who are leaving the frigid Northeast for a trip to sunny Tampa love it. Amina Brima with the slam. 9 of UConn's 17 field goals are dunks in this game. 53%. Can you believe that? Never miss a moment of college basketball with the CBS Sports app. Every play, every score, every game, every highlight, right as they happen. Download the CBS Sports app now. Case in point, Steve. Dunk Fest. Dunkathon. UConn dunks a lot.
Thank you very much. I mean, they're getting a lot of transition and points off turnovers because USF is just not taking care of the basketball. It's 10 points off of turnovers. And you like to get it out, especially when you got the big guys to run. But here's Sean Miller out of an out-of-bounds play. You should never get an easy bucket. But practicing is like midnight madness for these guys getting to the rim. Yeah, Coach Antigua and Coach Ali played against each other when they were at Pittsburgh and at UConn. Unfortunately for Coach Antigua, he lost 7 of 9. Coach Ali, and it doesn't bode well for this evening right now.
We brought that up to both coaches during shoot-around today. Kevin said, sure, I got good memories. Orlando said, I don't have good memories at all. Playing for Paul Evans at Pitt. Had a good career there, though. Harlem Globetrotter. After the Purvis up top, short on a 3, tipped up and in. Amina Brima.
Well, maybe that's why he recruited Sean Miller, the different Sean Miller. His counterpart in Arizona, no relation. In the news lately with the rushing the court, I do agree with him. I think it's getting a little bit crazy.
Another Pitt alum. Cousins, strong move, and second and 1 attempt of this second half for Jaleel Cousins.
You got to get him the basketball.
Leading rebound.
You got to get him the basketball. He's 2 for 2 on the evening. He's got 5 points and a chance to have 6 points, even though he did shuffle his feet there. But you have to get him in the basketball game. And, you know, it may be a little late right now, but you have more games to go. You have to get some momentum working inside out instead of outside in.
The improvement remarkable for Jaleel Cousins. We covered his games last year and this year. My first time seeing him in person, you just don't recognize him. 50 pounds.
It was interesting. It was interesting. Right in the paper, he said, "You know what? My brother loves basketball. I really don't. He's not sure sometimes if he wants to play, and so he decided, I'm lazy. I'm going to get in shape. He's doing it for himself." I talked to him before the game, and I said, "Oh, that's a great article on you."
Not this time. UConn looking for his 10th dunk. The feed from Calhoun, but there's a foul down low. That's why Sean Miller couldn't elevate that time and dunk. Now it gets pretty hot here in the summertime. I live in Melbourne, Florida, across the state. So Jaleel Cousins, as opposed to sleeping in or taking a few hours off before workouts or study sessions, he would walk the track at the USF track and field facility. He'd walk laps. Miller misses the free throw, ends that streak. In the summertime in Florida, you're going to lose some weight, and it worked for Cousins.
Yeah, it really did. He had to figure out what he wants to do. He's a good cook. He loves old antique cars. He's got a 70 Chevelle. But, you know, he realized he's got to earn a living, and he likes basketball. He got himself in shape, so you got to take your hat off to Jaleel Cousins.
That was his first rebound of the night. First of the night. McMurray launches a 3 and connects. Second triple of the night for the freshman.
But see how easy it is. You go inside back-to-back times, and then it opens it up, and now McMurray is able to hit an outside jump shot. It's like a dance. You have to make sure you play the game the right way, and you can't just... I think when Moreo hit his first 2 jumpers, it killed their offense.
That's a great point. A little fool's gold early, perhaps, for USF. And Moreo has now gone 2 for 8 from the field. Cousins clearly becoming much more involved in the second half. You got to wonder for a Bull fan why it didn't happen in the opening 20 when they were still in the game. McMurray for Coach Antigua. This is a sensational play. Now it's time for Do Game Day Right, brought to you by LG. Sundome opened in 1980, home of the USF Bulls. 2011, a $35 million upgrade. Renovation was approved. It looks great in here now on the USF campus in Tampa. Good crowd tonight. A whiteout Bulls Unite t-shirts given away to the first 1,000 fans. hoping for a win in the American Conference. Not going well for the home team tonight. SMU, 24th ranked team, 10 league wins. Now all Larry Brown's ponies can do is win the regular season.
Right, and then right now they're losing, or they're on top of Memphis at 59 or 63 to 59. So they have to play for pride. We get to do them Sunday against Tulane. It's a tough pill to swallow, but you got to finish it out.
Watch out for Tulsa. Golden Hurricane beat Temple this week on Tuesday. Pat Hurt had 23 against the Owls. They had 26 in the game you and I called against UCF over the weekend. And I think Tulsa's very dangerous.
You know, they have a three-headed monster from the perimeter, really able to shoot the jump shot. The two guards, Woodard and Harrison, get in the lane, do so well. They are going to have problems because Swanigan went down with a bad shoulder. Not sure what his status is.
Rashad Smith, yep.
I'm sorry, Sean Smith.
8 points for Cousins here in the second half. He has 8 double-doubles this year. He had no double-figure scoring games last season. He's come a long way, but a little too late here. Although the Bulls do have an 8-0 run going.
Well, you can't sit there. You got to take one possession at a time, and I think that their offense is now helping their defense. They got to keep the ball out of the middle and make UConn hit those threes.
Hamilton with 5 to shoot. Purvis thought about a 3. Gibbs will let fly. Wow. Oh. And did not get the Fortunately shot clock violation.
But that was really good interior defense, Dave. They didn't let the ball go in the paint, and that's so important. UConn's a good three-point shooting team. Okay, prove it to me. Because right now, I know you can make the dunks.
USF tonight. Houston at home on CBS Sports Network Sunday. SMU and UCF, the games remaining as a foul's called down low for UConn this year.
You know, holding him on the low block. You'll see he's got his arms wrapped around Cousins, both of them. They can't stop him in there. There's nobody, and even Coach Ali said today, I don't know who can stop Cousins, but he hasn't touched the ball until the second half.
McMurray pulls up, way short, thought he was fouled. Purvis, the closeout, it's an air ball. Hamilton behind the back, here's Gibbs. 8 assists and 7 boards for Hamilton. Miller the take to the basket, one of 2 Huskies in double figures. He is fouled on the way to the hoop.
He got that ball right around the restricted area, very, very close to the basket. And that should never happen against the zone. I think that, you know, you got to be a little bit active. You want the bigger guys in there. You got Guerrero and you got Cousins and Ziegler in there. Ziegler's pretty athletic and move around there, but you got the big guys. They got to be a little bit more fluid on that baseline.
11 points, lead all scorers now in Sean Miller. 4 of 6 for the free throw line. Cousins out with the 3 fouls. Nunez has a return for USF. In 3 years, Sean Miller had 18 double-doubles at Cornell in the Ivy League. And often you see players go from a lower level, great student athletes, good basketball in the Ivy League. It's not the American Conference. He has elevated his game in that 1-year jump.
Yeah, he's a very intelligent player. He's a guy that graduated from
Cornell,
Ivy League school, and comes over and does a great job. I mean, you got a BS in agriculture and life science. So when he gets on the court, he knows what to do and how to take care of the basketball.
Maria, nice take and finish. Purvis trying to make the steal. And that's a bucket for Nehemiah Murillo.
Murillo and Coach Antigua having words. Murillo came out, hit his first 2 jump shots, and really has struggled, missed his next 6. That's good. They set him on the bench, got his head back up, and he's in the game and was able to score.
Miller over Nunez on the baseline, converts. Pretty looking shot there for Sean Miller.
Well, but at least they're not getting dunks each and every time down the court. You got to still push them out a little bit. You can't let them get in the paint. But Sean Miller is adept at getting in and out and playing behind the defense. He's a smart player.
Ziegler's been very quiet tonight, as has Nunez. Foul call on Sean Miller.
UConn foul number 32.
Well, you can really say that everybody has been quiet for USF except Cousins, McMurray, and Murillo. Those are the only 3 guys that have scored for USF.
First foul on Sean Miller. Lots of changes. UConn lineup, including Jalen Adams. And Gibbs takes a seat next to Kevin Hall. By the way, the inbounds play, but can't convert. Another rebound for Sean Miller.
It's a point-blank range shot. He rushed it. It's a good out-of-bounds play. They got to make those things.
Good set. Couldn't finish. Miller kicks out to Purvis, left alone. Ball movement, Adams. Purvis, long three. You bet. Rodney Purvis. His first three of the game. And 55th of the year. He's now behind Sterling Gibbs on the UConn list.
That was set up by Miller. He got the ball in the low block. The defense adjusted. He passed it back out instead of looking at the basket. Good ball movement. Got Purvis an open step-in three.
Hamilton, again the overplay. Nunez, Ziegler try to get it to Guerrero. Who's changed with 8 to shoot. Murillo floats. Back iron miss. Miller, hand on it. Same for Purvis. Good hustle, Ziegler to Murillo, and a fresh 30 here for the home team.
Smart move, setting it up. Gotta continue going strong to the glass. You can't look at the score if you're USF. You got to do what you're supposed to do on offense, run it, and hit the offensive glass.
Ziegler spins. Miller, good positional defense. Guerrero with the left, converts. Ruben Guerrero's first 2 of the game. 7 blocks against Memphis Saturday, the most at USF since Kentrell Gransberry had 7 against UAB in 07. How about Purvis back-to-back jacks? Feeling it.
39% or 44% regular shooter, 39% three-point shooter. Purvis really putting a dagger in USF. They get down and score. They feel a little good about themselves, and then drill back-to-back threes.
Nehemiah Murillo, long 3-try. Misfires, front iron rebound for Ziegler. Fresh 30 here for the Bulls. Nunez, third school, started at Louisville, went to Gonzaga. Wraps his career up here in Tampa at USF. Foul, timeout.
Never nervous, Rodney Purvis. UConn was doing it inside, now they're doing it outside. Comfortable lead here.
Welcome back to Thursday Tip-Off. CBS Sports Network, presented by Buick. It is all UConn needing wins. Selection Sunday's coming up. Ohio Valley Conference matchup coming up next on CBS Sports Network. Road to the Final Four continues. Racers of Murray State continue their push in the Ohio Valley as they face Eastern Illinois. The Panthers, only on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Jason Horowitz, Mark Jackson have the call. The Ohio Valley standings in the West. Murray State behind UT Martin, currently in Eastern, chasing the leaders as well.
Sean Miller has had a solid second half. With 4 points in the first half, he's got 10 here in the second half, and he's done it outside. He's also made some really good passes out to get the offense moving. He's a smart enough player to realize that if he gives the ball up, he's going to get it back. He's been all over the place. Right now, UConn has 3 players in double figures.
He looks pretty happy, doesn't he? 14 for Miller to lead the way. Purvis 12 after the last couple threes there, Steve. And Amita Brima has 10 points. He's at all 5 of his field goals, most of which have been point-blank dunk tries. Huskies' second half here, partner, 9 of 10 from the field. They are just tearing up the Bulls right now.
Now, UConn has 7 players that have scored. We said it before, USF has 3 that have been in the scoring column.
Nunez looking for his first point of the night. He's got it. Angel from Washington Heights, New York City area, was born in the Dominican Republic, as was Orlando Antigua, and his brother on the USF staff.
Had a chance to talk to him before the game, and he said, I only got 4 more games. I have to bring it. And a lot of times these guys put a little too much pressure on themselves. He's struggling. As Perry gets the offensive board and sticks it back.
Nice stick back for Perry. So first point of the night a moment ago for Nunez. First bucket of the game for Chris Perry. He's second of the Bulls in scoring, almost 10 points a game entering play here tonight.
Extending the 2-3 zone out, trying to make it harder for UConn to get in the offensive area.
Purvis stays hot. Wow. 3 straight threes, second half for Purvis, up to 15 for the game.
Right now, USF is matching 2 for 3. They get 2, and then UConn, well, Purvis gets 3. That's 3 in a row.
McMurray bouncing at Perry. Good fake, jump hook, and a finish. That's better.
Yeah, you have to get it in there. It's open. That's the problem. I think that you have to take a little bit of a risk in passing it to the post. Not everybody's a great post passer, but when a guy's open, you got to give it to him quick.
How about another Purvis? You better believe it. Rodney Purvis has 4 threes in the second half. Back to back to back to back jacks. Up to 18 elite all scorers. Red hot Rodney Purvis.
But you got to extend out on the jump shooter, especially a guy that's hit 1 in a row or 2 in a row or 3 in a row, and now 4 in a row.
Purvis had 3 threes last time these teams met, first round of the American tournament last year in Hartford. A convincing Husky win. It was not close. This one not close. Brima off the backboard from Purvis. I don't know if Rodney intended to do that. I don't think so.
He's coming out.
He's going to come right out of the game.
He's coming out of the game. You're shooting a 3 ball, but this isn't Sunday afternoon, the Harlem Globetrotters. You got to respect it. He definitely tried to do it. And at home, maybe you do it in the last couple seconds if it's a blowout, but, you knew he's coming out of the game. And Coach Ollie, man, he doesn't put up with that point guard. He knows how to run this game. He talks respect about respecting the other team and not fearing them. And that's really showing him up a little bit.
Perry baseline, trying to bounce that to Cousins. Tough pass to catch and a push call on UConn. And I'll give Kevin Ollie a lot of credit for taking Purvis out immediately. Didn't hesitate a second. Little showboating there, even though they're up by 26.
But that's the leader. And I think that's what Kevin Ollie's looking for. Really, maybe in Adams, the freshman, showing him when he had the issue at Temple, as you look at Purvis, when Adams had the issue, he sat him down and said, listen, here's the way we do it here. At UConn, we do it differently, and I think that's what you need out of your leaders to understand what is accepted and what is not accepted.
Ziegler's got his first point of the night, sophomore from Detroit. It's a learning process. Kevin Ollie should know. 13-year NBA career, 11 different teams.
Yeah, but to come in here, there's a lot of former players that can't come in and coach. There's a lot of that are still here. You got Rod Strickland on the bench of USF. You got Damon Stoudemire at Memphis. Stacey Augmon at UNLV. There's a lot of good pro players that are now looking at coaching. And Kevin Ollie gives a little bit of credence to those guys.
National championship gives you credence, doesn't it?
I'd say so. I was excited to meet him today. First time I've met him, and he's really generous with his time and hospitable to us, and really wants a win here this evening. I can tell that.
Off the Hamilton bucket, blocking foul call against UConn. And Amita Brima picks up another.
Yeah, I know we're beating the dead dog here, and that means, they're getting the ball inside. They're going right at Brima. That's his 3rd foul. They didn't do that in the first half. They weren't aggressive. Whether it's a drive or whether it's a pass, this has got to be a lesson to them that they can play with these guys if they are aggressive to the basket and try to shrink that defense.
And then he has just 1 point tonight. 13 times this year has been in double figures. Had a stretch of 5 straight games, start of league play in January, scoring 10 or more points. But he's not been a factor in this game so far tonight. Hits the first free throw. So the tournament seeds, according to Jerry Palm right now, at CBSSports.com, UConn a 9 seed, Temple 11. Tulsa is in, not sure where. Could be a first 4 teams. Cincy out. As of now, it changes by the minute.
Yeah, it really does. And I think that if you're smart, you don't look at that. The coaches shouldn't look at it. You just got to worry about winning your games. All 4 of those teams, if they win their games and they finish out the year on a positive note, should be in as far as I'm concerned. And Tulsa, I'm going to catch this.
Right to Steve Wood. Good hands, partner.
2-hand chest pass right there, buddy.
Good technique.
It wasn't a turnover. I like that.
Bob Stack would be proud of it.
He would have. Well, Bob Stack played at UConn.
That's right. Some good talk today with the UConn folks about Bob Stack's career there.
My former coach. He's a great guy, great coach.
A few stories about the coach we can't repeat right now.
You have to learn how to catch the ball, and you have to learn how to distribute it. And watch this right here.
Look at these
hands up. Come on, where are your hands? Get your hands up. There you go. There you go. Nice chest pass back.
You want to demonstrate yourself there? Here's Cousins. Has another.
That was a really good entrance pass by McMurray to Cousins. And I think that this is a young team as far as McMurray in the backcourt learning how to set the table and run the game plan that Coach wants to run. And I think that second half they've done a better job of getting it inside.
Got 10 second half points, hit all 6 of his free throw tries. Has Jaleel Cousins after the break, but still it's UConn by a bunch here tonight. 3 games left regular season after this one for the Huskies. Hamilton has been special this season. Pulls up, not this time from 10. Nunez defensive glass for the Bulls.
What you like to do is cut it to 20, and then you want to cut it to 15. You can't look at trying to get it all back at once. They have 12 points in the paint here as opposed to 2 in the first half.
McMurray, high post play. Cousins lost the handle. Adams aggressive against the post player for the Bulls at the elbow. It's a tie-up. Possession stays with USF when we return to Tampa. Just the second 2-game win streak of the year for USF. Making it 3 straight. Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Do you have to go?
I really do, sweetie.
How long will you be gone, Mommy?
Probably a week, hopefully longer.
I have a nervous stomach.
I'm sorry, guys.
This isn't fair.
Bye. Bye.
Miss you. Why can't we watch the game? Because Daddy went to art school.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Catch all the action at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Tip-off presented by Buick on CBS Sports Network, Sundome USF campus in Tampa. Welcome back to sunny Florida. Dave and Steve with you. Well, the second half has been incredible for UConn here, shooting 12 of 14. That is 86%. And the defense, third best in the country, has come through as well. USF only 27% from the floor all night long.
Well, but what I look at in the second half, USF has done a better job of getting the ball inside. It's going to be really hard to stop UConn when they were dunking it all over the place, and now they're hitting three-point jump shots. They're doing it both offensively from the perimeter and inside. So the points in the paint are crazy.
Let's recap with the AT&T game summary. Steve, what do you see here?
Well, 30 points in the paint, and a lot of those came in the first half. Field goal shooting. McMurray has struggled mightily. He's had Purvis on him. He's had Sterling Gibbs on him.
Purvis back in. Another assist. Steven Enoch elevates and puts it in for UConn.
Well, another transition basket for the UConn Huskies.
Cousins trying to hit Perry big to big. Underneath the basket's out of bounds. Huskies get it.
But UConn is very athletic, so when they win the rebounding award, and this is what Kevin Ollie was saying to us today, we have to rebound. If they win the rebounding war and they're physical, they get the ball out in transition. They have a lot of guys can fill the lane. Purvis is really good in transition, and so is Hamilton.
Huskies up big here, trying for their 10th win of the season in American Conference play, and 20th overall. Another 20-win year for Kevin Ollie coming here. Miller. Now that blocked away. 9 to shoot here for UConn. SMU did win its game, by the way, over Memphis. So the Ponies have 11 league wins, 23 overall. All they can do, though, is win the regular season American Conference tourney. They will not compete in the league tournament in Orlando next month.
Well, in this day and age, you have to play for pride, and it's hard sometimes with, you know, not seeing your name on that Sunday. It's a struggle, but you got to play for your teammates. As Miller, one of the best at just creating a shot. He had a shot before, and they tipped it out of bounds, and then gets it off the inbounds play and just drives to the basket.
He's got 16, 6 of 11 shooting for Sean Miller tonight. And Purvis leading the way offensively for UConn. Huskies came in with 4 players scoring in double figures. That's out of bounds on the baseline. Another ball turnover.
Number 33, Ruben Guerrero checks into the game.
Guerrero returns here for USF.
It's right now USF is struggling. I mean, they started getting the ball inside, so UConn clamped down on the inside play. They're still trying to get it in there. If there's two guys guarding, you got to throw it around. Good ball moving around the perimeter will get that shot on the inside.
Huskies on route their 6th straight win, head-to-head with USF. Adams the drive to the basket and finish for the freshman Jalen Adams. Yeah. Pretty move.
He made a hesitation move. Defense came out on him, and he was able to lay it in. He's coming on off his best game of the season against the Cincinnati Bearcats. He had 19 points and 5 rebounds.
Career best. 2.6 assists in the game for Adams. Nice layup there by Nunez. His first field goal of the game. Huskies 15 of 18 in the second half from the field. Sizzling hot tonight.
They really are. I mean, Purvis hit back-to-back 3-point jump shots would help them, and they had some steals early in the game, point-blank range layups, but that's incredible stat.
Miller baseline, 8 to shoot for Adams. Adams tries to break down the USF defense. Pulls up for 3. Triple for the freshman.
With Jalen Adams, it's going to be really good. You saw him in the last play. The time before that, go in and get in the paint and score at the basket. This time steps back at the end of the shot clock, knocking down the 3.
Only his 7th 3 of the year. Shoots 17% from long range.
UConn back in a 2-3 zone.
Cousins active in the second half. The lefty fires to McMurray, who's been really quiet. Nunez floats off the glass, can't convert. Khalil Cousins will go to the free throw line.
I really like Adams. He's played very good defense on McMurray this evening. He also uses the pick well, was able to recognize that the shot clock was running down and knock down the 3-point jump shot. I think both of these teams for the future as far as point guard looks really bright.
One more here for Cousins. Brother DeMarcus having an all-star type year with Sacramento in the NBA. 27 points a game, 11.2 rebounds for DeMarcus Cousins for the Sacramento Kings. And DeMarcus got to see Jaleel play for the first time as a collegiate January 27th when the Kings were playing in the New Orleans Pelicans and USF was playing Tulane. Cousins, Jaleel played great and USF won.
Well, they're very close. Actually, DeMarcus's mother helps him manage his affairs. Very tight family.
Adams to the basket. The finish for Jalen Adams. Wow.
That's 3 straight buckets for Adams. Just taking over the game, and these guys go in spurts. Purvis with 4 straight buckets. Now Adams with 3 straight.
Nunez on the end, floats, back iron miss. Miller a hand on it, comes to Adams. He's now got 7 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds.
Purvis is wide open on the wing. Is looking for that 3-point jump shot.
How does that happen?
I'll tell you, you have to find the shooters. That's why they have numbers on them. You talk to a lot of coaches. They might not know the names, but they go, man, that 44 can shoot it.
Case in point, top of the key, not this time. Lima tries to track it down. Nunez finds it in the corner. And here comes Jamal McMurray. Sensational freshman, been held in check tonight. Left his feet, got in trouble. Good hustle. Cousins, it's out of bounds, leading us to a timeout.
2 freshmen going head-to-head. Adams with the easy 2.
Time in Tampa. Huskies 3 players in double figures. Purvis 16, Miller 16, and Amir Brima has got 10 as well. And Sean Miller is our Buick player of the game. Steve Wolf for good reason.
Yeah, he really is. I like the way this kid plays. We talked early, Dave, about getting the ball in his hands each and every time down the court. And they've made a concerted effort to do that.
SMU won its game tonight over Memphis. So the Ponies, 24th in the country. Yes, they have a high RPI. They can win the regular season title. That's all. Tied with Fran Dumpty's Owls right now. Tulsa half game back. Frank Haith's Golden Hurricane playing so well with James Woodard, Shaquille Harrison, Pat Burt. Since he's right there, UConn's about to go to 10-5. A log jam. And don't forget Houston. Don't sleep on Houston in the tournament, Steve.
Well, many think that Frank Haith and Kelvin Sampson are the coaches of the year in the conference. Both of those guys have done tremendous jobs.
You can make the argument for Rima, no question. Rima baseline. Not this time. Gurrow has the rebound. Houston hammered UCF last night, 88-61. Damian Dotson had 17. So Houston clinches the first round bye in the American tourney. And things are going to get really interesting. March 10th through the 13th of the Amway Center in Orlando, site of this year's American Conference Tournament.
Yeah, all depending on the seeds and how things play out.
Right.
It's going to be an unbelievable tournament.
Adams the run out and the finish. Great pass from Calhoun.
Adams really doing a good job getting out in transition. He had no points in the first half. He's got 9 here in the second, all in the last 4 minutes.
To go along with 6 assists. Nunez in the corner. Wow, that 3 off the top of the backboard, not close. Adams running. Purvis is, no, not finishing. It's his own offensive interference. You rarely see that. Missed the dunk. Try to tap it back in inside the cylinder. No basket for Rodney Purvis and UConn. When's the last time you saw this?
He came out again. It's make the layup. If you can't make a dunk, then don't do it. That's back plays that he's made where he's taken him out of the game because of an issue. They called a technical foul on him.
Hanging on the rim.
He actually was going to stay up there like
technical on him.
Like you do in grade school when you're hanging on a 6-foot rim. You hang up there and just try to tip it around.
So Murillo, selected by Orlando Antigua to shoot 2 free throws, has 1 more. He shoots 77% of the year from the line, and Purvis is smiling because his team's so far ahead, but there'll be a couple lessons in the film session from Kevin Ollie. He's a no-nonsense coach.
He really is. And right now, you're setting yourself up for the conference tournament. You're setting yourself up for your next game against Houston. And then going to SMU, you have to really take this stuff seriously. And I think that's what's problematic for Kevin Ollie.
UConn foul number 2, Jalen Adams.
Adams picks up the foul. And it's 3 on the freshman. 3 inside Boston.
He'll shoot 2.
Very rarely
under the free throw line.
Very rarely does a coach get to sit down and relax like Kevin Ollie, being up by 30.
If there's a story to tell in the sports world, Adam Shine is excited to put his spin on it. Don't miss Time to Shine, weeknights at 6 Eastern, right here on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Double figures for Nehemiah Murillo. And Adams on the handle here. Another take for Adams. Guerrero says no. Adams a second try, the and 1 for the freshman.
Boy, he did.
Adams has been something in the second half.
He did a great job, Rhino, of going into Guerrero with his body and then pulling back and make it. Watch how he goes into Guerrero, beats Murillo. He goes in. This is the first time it was blocked. Now watch, he goes into him, uses his body, shields it off with the left hand and lays it in with the right.
Guerrero is 6'11". Adams is 6'3". That was impressive. 11 second half points. Make it 12. He's got 6 assists in this game as well tonight. Now you know why when we spoke with Kevin Ollie this morning, he was so high on the future of Jalen Adams. Yes, he's had some emotional hiccups this year. The outburst in that Temple game at halftime didn't start for 3 straight games. Foul call here on Stephen Enoch. But Adams has major upside, and in a team lacking emotional leaders, Kevin told us, we need a guard to be a leader. Maybe it's Adams at the end of the year.
Right. And you said that. I said, who's your leader? He said, you know, Bryman may be the leader, but he doesn't play in the game enough. He's out. He's got foul trouble. He's
a big
guy. I want somebody out here. And obviously, he's got 2 assistant coaches that are point guards, and he himself was a guard. You'd like to have somebody on the perimeter that's able to do it. Sam Cassell in the game. Sam Cassell Jr. in the game.
Speaking of great guards, his dad was something else.
And he's been having problems with shin splits. Came in and hit a couple quick jump shots.
Like that? He's having trouble running. Yeah, boy, he can barely run up court because of the shin splints you mentioned. Good to see him hit a shot off the bench. For UConn here in the late going. Foul call. Richard Jr. from Baltimore really hurting here.
Now shin splints, I mean, there's nothing you really can do. You got to keep stretching, you ice them, but it's just a nagging injury, and it's just hard to run.
Jake Bodway in the line shooting 2.
Bodway's got 1 more free throw coming. First point of the game for the sophomore walk-on from Bloomington, Minnesota. Fouls on Facey, his third for UConn. Final moments from the Sun Dome here in Tampa, and the Huskies about to win 20 games for a 4th straight year under Kevin Ollie. And get closer. Possible at-large bid if they don't win the American Conference tourney. Coming up at the Amway Center in Orlando. It's about an hour east of us here in Tampa. Facey tries to go in the face of USF. With a follow, but it's off the back iron. And Adams controls that long rebound. Came to midcourt. Cassell Jr. not this time. Cousins the rebound. Bodway pulls up. Can't hit from 15. Enoch has a long defensive glass in our final minute of play. UConn will win its 10th of the year in the American Conference, coming off that tough loss by 5 at Cincinnati Saturday. Houston, SMU, UCF, that's it remaining regular season for the Huskies after this game. Foul call down low.
Yeah, and that was tough, that UC game for the Huskies, because they were playing so well after SMU, and even Coach Ollie said, man, we felt like we had it, and the worst place to go was going. They lost to Tulsa. Basically, very physical Cincinnati team.
Fouls on Guerrero, his second, and sends Calhoun, the senior from Brooklyn, member of that 2014 national championship team, to the free throw line, looking for his first point of the night. Doesn't get a roll. He'll have one more. What's left for Kevin Ollie and the Huskies here? We talked about it. CBS Sports Network coming up on Sunday. Tough game at 1 Eastern against the Cougars.
Yeah, you really have to win that. It's at home. It's a team that, like we said, you got to win your home games and then beat anybody that's underneath you. The SMU, they can stumble at SMU. That's not going to hurt them. But they got to beat UCF, and they have to beat Houston.
117th career game, Omar Calhoun, his first point of the night. And our final moments here. Mario Lavin. Guerrero with the finish. That was impressive for Ruben Guerrero, sophomore center from Madrid, Spain.
A little bit too late for those inside game, but I thought the second half, South Florida, although they didn't cut into the lead, they did a good job of getting the ball inside. But UConn was just on fire from the three-point line.
About a 2-second differential. Game and shot clock here. Kenton Facey with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Adams didn't see that coming. Final seconds on a layup. Put in. Bodway's first field goal. And that, once it's inbounded and touched, will do it tonight from Tampa. Huskies win by 30. They're 6th straight in the series head-to-head with USF. 20 wins, so important to get for UConn. More importantly, improving the RPI, getting closer to a potential American Conference regular season championship. SMU beat Memphis tonight. And now the Huskies still in the mix. Look at all those teams in double-figure league wins. March 10th to the 13th, the American Conference Tourney, Amway Center in Orlando. It's going to be interesting. More coming up. Post-game interview. Huskies by 30. Thursday tip-off presented by Buick. It is all UConn tonight in the American Conference as they blast USF on the road by 30. All-time now 16-2 the series head-to-head, the Huskies with USF. How did it happen? Let's find out. Steve Wolf joined by Husky head coach Kevin Ollie.
Coach, we talked about in shoot-around that this team needs to come out with energy. Were you satisfied the way they came out at the beginning of the game?
I was very satisfied. We was paying attention to details, and, we always say tough 34, 40, and I think they did that tonight. They executed well. We wanted to have ball movement, and 21 assists is our high assist for the year, and then we rebounded the ball very well. That's what I was concerned about, too. But when we rebound and we have kills, that's 3 stops in a row. I think we had 6 kills in the first half. That's a recipe for us to win, and I thought guys really really shared the basketball, and they played together, and they played like they loved each other, and that's what we really want.
What was your strategy? You got a lot of inside points. You had 42 points in the paint. What was your strategy in the first half to get the ball inside?
Yeah, we was just attacking the rim. You know, Sean Miller got us going a little bit, but we dominated the backboard, and I think that allowed us to get out in transition. We had kind of got loose with the ball. 14 turnovers is too high for us, but I just love them being in attack mode. And then they were sharing the basketball. I think they were sharing the basketball. We was getting behind the zone in the short corner, diving our bigs from the top, and then the ball didn't stick. And I think that's a great recipe, like I said, for us to win, especially against the zone.
Well, you talk about your big guy, Brima. He's getting in foul trouble early. You got to take him out without getting a foul. You brought Enoch in. I thought Enoch did a good job in the inside, too.
Steve did a great job coming in, being prepared, being focused. You never know when it's going to be your opportunity to shine, and that's why you always do great in practice reps, because practice reps leads to game reps, and I thought he did a great job. Hasn't been playing a lot, but he was ready, and that's just a credit to him, our coaching staff, our big man coach Glenn Miller doing a great job with him, and that's him just being motivated to play, and never mind what's going on, I'm over myself, and I think the great players get over themselves and all pour their hearts into the team, and I think that's what we did tonight.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate
all right,
it.
thanks, Steve.
Rodney Purvis, first question I got to ask you, I said, what are you thinking about on that fast break when you threw it off the glass to the big guy, Brian?
I lost focus for a second. You know, that's what Coach be talking about, mental toughness. You know, kind of playing the scoreboard. You know, I can't do that. You know, it was a mistake. You know, but I move on, and I think I made a better play the next time. You know?
Well, you really did, and that we're talking during the game. You had back-to-back 3-point jump shots. Were you wondering why isn't anybody guarding me?
No, I mean, my teammates were finding me. You know, we worked on that a lot the last couple of days in practice, just making the extra pass and making the game easier for everybody. And Jalen and Daniel and Sterling, those guys were finding me, and I was able to knock down shots.
How important is this, getting ready to play Houston, which is a big game? How important is this game right now, you know, getting you the momentum to do that?
Oh, it's huge. You know, this team has been playing really well. You know, we came in on the road and was able to get this win, you know. And it's all momentum at this point, you know, with the conference tournament about to start. You know, teams just trying to finish up conference with regular season well, you know, and on a good note. And I feel like we can do that and go into tournament time with some momentum.
Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Tremendous game for Purvis. 18 points, lead all scorers. Hit 4 of 8 from 3-point range. SMU, as we mentioned, beat Memphis tonight in the American Conference. It is a log jam atop this very deep league this year. How many teams get in? That's a great question. Amway Center in Orlando hosts this year's American Tournament March 10th through the 13th. Many answers will come leading up to Selection Sunday. Coming up soon. Impressive game. UConn, 4 double-figure scores like they've had all year long, and they just crush Orlando, Antigua, and USF by 30, 81-51. For Steve Wolf and the entire CBS Sports Network crew, I'm Dave Ryan saying so long from Tampa. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home